So look at number 49. Number 49 is another what we call special case. This one is called a perfect square trinomial. Hopefully you've heard that terminology before, but if not, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, trinomial, first of all, 3 terms. Back to what we started with the factoring. 3 terms. Perfect square comes from the first term and the last term being perfect squares. The first term and the last term are perfect squares. Now, we should always check for a GCF, but in this case, we don't have one. I'll just go ahead and skip that step. Oh, huh?
That's 51.
Oh, 51. I apologize. My bad. 51. I must have gone in and changed something. Thank you. 51. My bad. Okay. 7R, 10, and 10. The last term is always going to have a positive in front of it here, so you look at the first sign to determine what's going to be inside your parentheses. So both of those get a plus. This is going to happen every time there's a perfect square trinomial. You're going to get the exact same factor in both sets of parentheses. And we can check it. 7 times 10 is 70. 10 times 7 is 70. When we add those two together, we're going to get 140. Yes, sir? No. Here's what I want you to do. This is how I want you to write the answer. 7R plus 10 squared. Okay? This is how you would see the answer on the final exam. So I want you to be in the habit of writing it that way. Okay? So if you recognize it as a perfect square trinomial, you can jump right there to the final answer. You don't have to write it out twice and show that work. Notice this middle term, the 140R, is always going to be 2 times the square root of these two numbers. Okay, the square root of 49 is 7, the square root of 10 is, or 100 is 10. So 2 times 7 times 10 is what gives you the 140. Okay, let's look at, and I probably have this one misnumbered. That's probably not 55, is it? Or is it 45x squared? It is 55? Okay, so let's look at number 55 as well. 45x squared minus 120x plus 80. So it's not a perfect square trinomial right now, but after we take out a GCF, it might be. Okay, so I know they're all divisible by 5. Let's start with that. So when we divide by 5, that gives us 9x squared minus, what would that be, 24x plus 16. Thank you. Okay, plus 16. Now it is a perfect square trinomial. 3 terms. 9 is a perfect square. 16 is a perfect square. 24 comes from 2 times the square root of both of those. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 is 4. 2 times 3 times 4 is 24. So this answer is 5 times 3x minus 4 squared. 5 times 3x minus 4 squared. So square root of that number, square root of that number, that sign goes in between. Okay? So try out